This time about the casting of the new Lilo and Stitch live action movie that is set to appear in 2024. A lot of people seem to have a problem with the casting of Nani. She doesn't look like Nani, the character from the animated film, as Nani from the film is dark-skinned and has black hair. So some people are saying that indigenous or Hawaiian people are not going to be properly represented. Thing for changing established characters who are white or a certain way and changing them to a minority to have diversity for the sake of having it. And we can see this with The Little Mermaid, as Ariel is now a black woman, and many characters in Peter Pan have been changed to women or changed into black or minorities. Konbanwa minasan, kyo desu. So, some controversial news surrounding Disney. Again, this time about the casting of the new Lilo and Stitch live action movie that is set to appear in 2024. A lot of people seem to have a problem with the casting of Nani. That's the topic we're going to discuss today, but before that, guys, just make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite Disney movies and franchises of all time. And Disney is continuing their new movement of adapting old properties and making them live action films. Some have been great, some have been mediocre, and some have been totally horrible. And it seems that Disney can't get away from controversy these days. So the new live action movie is set to appear in 2024 and the cast has been revealed to the public. In Lilo, the main character, her older sister, a lot of people are not happy with her casting. Lilo's older sister, Nani, is going to be played by Sydney Alcudong, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who is a native Hawaiian. However, she is mixed with British, Irish, Filipino, and Hawaiian, so her skin is a bit more fair, a bit lighter. And some people have complained about how this is colorism because she doesn't look like Nani, the character from the animated film, as Nani from the film is dark-skinned and has black hair. So some people are saying that indigenous or Hawaiian people are not going to be properly represented because she doesn't look like Nani in the film, meaning that she's not dark-skinned enough to play the character, even though she's from Hawaii. So some people are saying this is Hollywood's bias against dark-skinned people for choosing a light-skinned person to play this character. However, even the young girl who's playing Lilo is about the same skin color. So here's my views on this subject matter. I personally think when you're adapting a work, I think it's integral to be as close to the source material as possible, including looks. So I understand that aspect of it. However, I believe this is very hypocritical because, like we've talked about in past videos talking about Disney, like The Little Mermaid and Peter Pan, Hollywood has a thing for changing established characters who are white or a certain way and changing them to a minority to have diversity for the sake of having it. And we can see this with The Little Mermaid, as Ariel is now a black woman, and many characters in Peter Pan have been changed to women or changed into black or minorities. And we constantly see this in Hollywood and Marvel films as well, as they would take established characters who are white and transform them into something else. And people who like diversifying for the sake of diversity characters, for some reason, their common excuse is that these characters are fictional. They're not real, so there's no harm done. However, sadly now, a lot of movies that are portraying historical figures are portraying them inaccurately as well. For example, there's a new Netflix movie about the Queen Cleopatra. Cleopatra is from Greece. She's not black, but they casted her as a black woman, with many leftists and some black people saying that Cleopatra was a black woman, even though in reality she was not. So you see how this woke culture, this woke mindset of diversity is infiltrating even historical made movies. My problem is it's okay for black or dark skinned people to take roles of established white characters, but when you have someone like Sydney who is not as dark skinned as Nani being casted, there's a problem. So basically what I hate is the hypocrisy of these people. It's only a problem when a person is not properly portraying a character when they're light-skinned or non-black. But if black people do it or other minorities do it, it's okay. It doesn't matter because it's a fantasy or it's fiction. So it's basically right for me, but not right for thee. This is why people who think like that are very hypocritical, or they're just inconsistent. If you think that having black people casted as characters that are not originally black is okay, you shouldn't be mad if a character like Nani is being portrayed by a woman who's a bit lighter skinned, because it's the same concept. And you're starting to see a society where it's not about equality, but about having privileges over other groups of people. And I'm afraid if this ideology is not stopped, it's going to make people not want to watch movies with minorities or black people, because they will feel like these characters or these people were casted not because of their talent, but because of diversity for the sake of having diversity. You're just a diversity hire. And then you have situations like this in which people are being hypocritical because a character doesn't quite look like the original IP, but you're being hypocritical because you're not giving the same judgment to this as you are when people are turning, for example, Cleopatra into a black woman. And I imagine in the future in which there's a lot of foreigners that will enter Japan, I believe some of them will start demanding that Japanese movies or IPs start casting non-Japanese people in these roles for the sake of diversity. Because woke ideology does infect everything it touches. And I don't think Japan is possibly safe from this as well. But I want to know what you guys think, so please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, 気をつけて。じゃあね。